What is up, everybody? Today, we're diving into the most insane, mind-blowing facts that will make you question everything you thought you knew. I spent hours scouring the internet and talking to experts to find facts that will completely shock you. By the end, you'll have at least one, "No way, that's real" moment. These aren't your average trivia night facts. We're talking fruit that lies cube-shaped poop, and a guy who literally became his invention. If you love learning things that make you the most interesting person in the room, smash that subscribe button. Are you ready? Let's do this. Let's start with something incredibly common, something you probably eat all the time: bananas. They're a staple in many diets, a quick and easy snack, and a source of potassium. But, have you ever stopped to consider what a banana actually, botanically speaking? Picture a banana and a strawberry, two fruits, seemingly similar in their everyday use. Now here's a question for you. Which one's a berry? Take a moment to think about it. What are your assumptions? You'd think strawberry, right? It's got berry right there in the name. It seems like a safe bet. Wrong. Prepare to have your fruit-related assumptions challenged. Because, botanically speaking, bananas are, in fact, berries. Yes, you heard that correctly. And strawberries? Strawberries are not. Despite their name and common perception. I checked with a botanist. This is real science. This isn't just some internet rumor. It's based on the actual scientific definition of what constitutes a berry. A true berry develops from a single flower with one ovary. This is the key characteristic that defines a berry in botanical terms, and has a fleshy wall with seeds inside. These are the two defining features. Bananas fit this perfectly. They check all the boxes. Those tiny black specks inside, seeds, often overlooked but undeniably present. Strawberries, on the other hand, grow from a flower with multiple ovaries, a key difference in their development, making them aggregate accessory fruits. A much more complex and less intuitive classification. The little things on the outside you think are seeds, the ones that give it that characteristic texture, those are actually the real fruits. Each one is a tiny fruit containing a seed. The red part we eat is just the swollen base of the flower. It's technically receptacle tissue. So, bananas, watermelons, and avocados are berries. Who knew watermelons were berries? Strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Not berries. The irony. Next time you make a fruit salad, drop this bombshell. Casually drop this knowledge bomb into the conversation. The banana is the only true berry in the bowl. Watch the confusion and disbelief spread. Watch everyone's minds explode. It's a guaranteed conversation starter. The world of fruit is living a double life. It's full of surprises and hidden botanical identities. It's one of those facts that's so counterintuitive, it challenges our basic understanding of the world, but undeniably true, backed by science and botanical definitions. Welcome to the truth. Prepare to see the fruit aisle in a whole new light. Your fruit education starts now. Get ready to question everything you thought you knew. Alright, let's shift gears a bit. We're going to journey from the aisles of the grocery store where we find everyday essentials to a place a little closer to home, your very own front lawn. You've undoubtedly seen those bright pink plastic flamingos gracing lawns everywhere, right? They're practically a cultural icon, a symbol of suburban cheer. Here's the wild part. Prepare for a bit of a mind-blowing fact. There are significantly more plastic flamingos scattered across the world than there are real, living, breathing flamingos in their natural habitats. It's a staggering difference. The plastic lawn flamingo as we know it was first invented back in 1957, becoming an instant hit. Since then, tens of millions upon tens of millions have been manufactured and sold, adorning lawns worldwide. Meanwhile, when we look at the real deal, the total global population of actual living flamingos is estimated to be only around 3 million. That startlingly means that fake flamingos outnumber their real counterparts by a ratio of at least 7 to 1, possibly even more. It's a truly strange thought. Our collective love for these quirky lawn ornaments has inadvertently created a veritable army of plastic birds. This army completely dwarfs the population of the real majestic creatures they imitate. So, the next time you happen to spot a plastic flamingo cheerfully standing on someone's lawn, take a moment to remember this. It's not just a decoration. It's part of a massive population that has, in a way, overshadowed its real-life inspiration. It's funny, it's undeniably weird, and perhaps just a little bit sad when you really think about it. In a strange twist of fate, we've managed to make the copy, the imitation, far more common than the original. The world is a profoundly strange place full of unexpected twists and turns. And sometimes the reality we inhabit is far weirder and more unbelievable than anything we could ever dream up in fiction. And flamingos in all their real and plastic forms are a perfect example, a vibrant pink proof of that very fact. Imagine finding food that's thousands of years old and you could still eat it. It's real, we're talking about honey. Pure honey never spoils. It can last for centuries, even millennia, and still be edible. Archaeologists have found honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that's over 3,000 years old and still good. Why? Honey is low in moisture, highly acidic, and contains natural hydrogen peroxide. Bacteria and mold can't survive in it. If your honey crystallizes, just warm it up, it's still perfectly fine, it's nature's perfect food. So, next time you see a jar of honey, remember it's basically immortal, the only food that truly stands the test of time. Ancient Egyptians knew it, and now you do too. Honey, the original superfood. Sweet, delicious, and eternal. The human body, a marvel of biological engineering, relies on a single, powerful heart. This tireless organ works day and night, circulating life-giving blood throughout our entire system. But what about the octopus, that enigmatic creature of the deep? It doesn't just have one or even two, it has 3 hearts beating within its remarkable form. 2 of these hearts are dedicated to a very specific task, pumping blood through its gills, where oxygen is absorbed from the water, and the third, the main heart, takes over from there, pumping that freshly oxygenated blood to the rest of its body, fueling its muscles and brain. This unique circulatory setup is all about maximizing efficiency, perfectly adapted for their active and demanding underwater lifestyle. It allows them to thrive in their aquatic world. Here's the twist. When an octopus swims using jet propulsion to glide through the water, its main heart actually stops beating. That's why they often prefer crawling along the ocean floor to swimming long distances. It's significantly less exhausting on their unique circulatory system. 3 hearts, blue copper-based blood, a characteristic that sets them apart from many other creatures, and a brainy, shape-shifting body capable of incredible feats of camouflage and dexterity. Octopuses are basically the aliens of our oceans, possessing a suite of adaptations that seem almost otherworldly. They're masters of camouflage, blending seamlessly with their surroundings to evade predators and ambush prey. They're also super intelligent, capable of solving complex puzzles and even using tools to their advantage. And, incredibly, they can squeeze through tiny spaces, contorting their boneless bodies to fit through openings that seem impossibly small. The animal kingdom is full of surprises, showcasing the incredible diversity and ingenuity of life on Earth. But the octopus, with its unique physiology and remarkable abilities, is truly in a league of its own. 3 hearts, 8 arms, each equipped with hundreds of suckers, and endless mysteries still waiting to be unraveled by scientists and researchers. Next time you see an octopus, whether in an aquarium or perhaps even in the wild, remember, it's got more heart than any of us, both literally and figuratively. Nature's ultimate multitasker, capable of performing a multitude of tasks simultaneously with its 8 arms. The ocean's true oddball, a testament to the boundless creativity of evolution. Ready for the weirdest animal fact? Meet the wombat, an Australian marsupial that poops perfect cubes. Scientists were baffled for years. How does a round hole make a square poop? The secret is in the wombat's intestines. Some parts are stretchy, others are rigid, shaping the poop into cubes. Wombats produce up to 100 of these little cubes every night. But why cubes? Wombats use their poop to mark territory, stacking it on rocks and logs. Cubes don't roll away perfect for marking boundaries. It's a genius solution to a problem you never knew existed. Nature's engineering at its weirdest. Next time you see a wombat, remember it's the only animal with stackable poop. The animal kingdom never fails to surprise. Who knew poop could be so practical? Only in Australia. Wombats, the cube makers of the wild. Let's blast off to Venus, where time works in the weirdest way. On Venus, a single day is longer than an entire year. It takes Venus 225 Earth days to orbit the Sun, but 243 Earth days to rotate once on its axis. That means the Sun rises, and it won't rise again for almost 8 months. Even stranger, Venus spins backward, so the Sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Scientists think a massive collision billions of years ago flipped its rotation. So, on Venus, you could celebrate your birthday before the sun sets on the day you were born. It's a planet where everything is upside down. The solar system is full of surprises. Venus, the ultimate time twister. Space is weird, and Venus is the weirdest of all. This is the story of Walter Fred Morrison, the inventor of the Frisbee. He loved his creation so much, he asked for his ashes to be turned into a Frisbee after he died, and his family made it happen. Morrison and his wife started tossing cake pans on the beach, then invented the Pluto platter, which became the Frisbee. The toy became a global sensation. When Morrison died in 2010, his ashes were mixed into plastic and molded into memorial Frisbees for friends and family. So somewhere out there, the man who invented the Frisbee is still flying through the air. It's a little strange, a little poetic, and the ultimate tribute to a lifelong passion. He became one with his invention. The legend of the Frisbee lives on. Look up at the night sky and you'll see thousands of stars. The Milky Way has an estimated 100 to 400 billion stars, but Earth has something even more numerous. Trees. A 2015 study estimated there are about 3 trillion trees on our planet. That's at least 7 times more trees than stars in our galaxy. It's a mind-blowing reminder of how alive our planet is. Even as we lose trees to deforestation, Earth is still a world of forests. The numbers are staggering. We live in a planet more crowded with trees than stars in the sky. It's a fact worth remembering and protecting. Trees, Earth's true superstars. Our living, breathing legacy. Every country has a national animal: bald eagle, kangaroo, panda. But Scotland, they chose the unicorn. Yes, the mythical, magical horned horse is Scotland's official animal. This isn't a tourism gimmick. It's been their symbol since the 15th century. You'll find unicorns on royal coats of arms, buildings, and ancient tapestries. In Celtic mythology, unicorns represent purity, power, and untamable spirit. Scotland picked the unicorn as a symbol of independence and strength, especially against England's lion. The unicorn is always shown with a golden chain, symbolizing the power to tame even the wildest creature. It's a powerful piece of national identity. While other countries chose real animals, Scotland chose a legend. Sometimes the best symbols are the ones from our imagination, and let's be honest, a unicorn beats a beaver any day. Scotland, land of legends. Wars usually last years, but the shortest war in history? Just 38 minutes. The Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896 was fought between the UK and the Sultanate of Zanzibar. It started when the new Sultan took power without British approval. The British issued an ultimatum: step down or face consequences. The Sultan refused, barricaded himself in the palace, and at 9:02 a.m. British warships opened fire. The palace was destroyed, the Sultan fled, and by 9:40 a.m. it was all over. From the first shot to surrender, less than an episode of your favorite show. It was a swift, one-sided show of power. The shortest war ever fought. Proof that sometimes, history moves at lightning speed. Blink and you'd miss it. The 38-minute war, a record unlikely to be broken. History's fastest conflict. And that's a wrap. We learned bananas are berries, wombats poop cubes, and a day on Venus is longer than its year. Which fact blew your mind the most? Let me know in the comments. If you know an even crazier fact, share it below. I want to hear it. If you enjoyed this, share it with a friend who loves trivia. Don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.